We know the market is taking a bit of a breather today, catching its breath, but there's another investment market that's just as excited about what we heard in the exit polls, and that's the real estate market. I want to bring in Arvind Nandan. He's an independent analyst. Arvind, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Now, we've been talking about this for the last 6 months at least, where every real estate analyst has been saying it depends on the elections, it depends on the outcome of the elections. Well, now we have a fair idea of what that outcome might be. What will this mean for the realty sector?
Well, the expectations are several. Let me first say there are two important things. One is empowering the consumer, and to empower the consumer, you need to have several things in place. The number one thing is make finances available in a more assured manner, in a more lucrative manner, that is, work on an interest rate regime which will be empowering the consumer. Number two is to continue to remain in sync with the global economy and hope that the global economy also improves all the time. If these two things happen together, then we will have a positive environment. But the more important thing is, you spoke of the NDA regime. Now, NDA regime, in all probability, will be a coalition government. How strong is the coalition or how weak is the coalition will determine how strong the policy environment will be. Let's hope there will be a new government which is a very strong coalition and starts to work on the policy environment immediately. If that happens, once the policies are laid, you will have to wait for a certain period of time for the policies to bear fruit. And that put together will make it about a 12 to 14 month or an 18-month affair. So I believe with all these things in place, the expectations of policy being met, in about 18 months or so, we should have an environment which will fulfill the needs of the consumer and will kickstart the whole real estate economy very well again.
Well, Arvind, what are you hearing on the ground right now? We know sales have been slow for at least 2 years across various markets across the country. Now, if you say 12 to 18 months, does that include the sales market as well?
Well, you have to be a little pragmatic when you look at this particular aspect. There are two things. One is the global economy to which we are all linked has to do better. It is already fortunately improving, but it has to continue its improvement. That is number one. Number two is we have to work on our policy environment very, very strongly. If we lay down the right policies and if we start implementing them, I think in about a year to year and a half, we should start the boom cycle again. For the boom cycle to reach its peak, it may take longer, but in about a year or so, we should definitely see the improvement if these two things continue to happen.
All right, so I'm going to ask you the question that everybody has in their minds right now as far as property is concerned. When do you expect prices to begin increasing again in the urban markets?
Prices may increase in certain pockets, but they may not be uniform. It depends on a lot of micro aspects of a given market. So if a market like Ahmedabad, which has had a good amount of supply which came in the residential sector, may not see a boom immediately, but certain other markets like Mumbai and certain other places where the demand is extremely high and the demand-supply gap continues to be high, in those places, yes, if the other things are in place, the prices will start improving, I believe.
Well, Arvind, tell me this now, for anybody looking with a checkbook open to make an investment in real estate, and Nikunj will argue that it does not make sense right now, you should be investing in equity, but if someone's looking to make an investment in real estate, what markets do you expect will turn around and pick up fastest right now?
I think that's a good question because, like I said earlier, all markets do not behave in the same manner. They don't all move in the same manner. But markets which have inherent strengths of good demand, either on the commercial front or on the residential front, should start picking up quicker than those markets which have lower demand base. So if I look at certain prominent cities of India in that order, I think Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi should pick up well if we have the other coordinates in place. These should then be closely followed by certain other markets like Chennai, Pune, Kolkata also. The one market which continues to intrigue me is Hyderabad. Hyderabad is affected not just by the economic play of the situation right now, but also because of certain socio-political problems that it's been facing. But fortunately, it looks like things have already been settling down. The dust is settling down on all the problems. And I hope that Hyderabad also will pick up, maybe with a bit of lag in the whole game, but it should also pick up. So in that order, I believe Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi to pick up first. I would then believe the next year, which is Chennai, Pune, Kolkata, even Ahmedabad, to start picking up, then followed by Hyderabad. I believe in that order these markets should pick up definitely.